check and see which topic I'm gonna do. Let me get the mic. I feel like y'all might not be able to hear me clearly, and no. 7 videos already outlined. Maybe I'll do this fall tips for locks because I recorded the summer tips for locks. It just turned into fall and winter before I could even get it edited. Let's see if it connects. It's connected to right here. I'm just gonna do that one, the fall tips for locks. That's timely, you know what I'm saying? Let's go get these towels so we can get it going because I've already worked on floor clients today. I'm ready to go home. I'm very sleepy. Let's go ahead and get, y'all, I still hear them going. So it's on kind of like a sensor situation. It can tell that they're not all the way dry. Let's go ahead and just start the video and then I will pause and get to folding somewhere. All right, so we want to sit y'all on this chair. All right, so y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney Grayton. I'm a loctician. As you can tell, I am in my salon right now. A loctician, creative, entrepreneur. Over here on my side of YouTube, you will find expert information on how to care for your locks and other things that are coming. In today's video, I'm going to eventually start folding some towels so that I can get myself out of here and on my way home. We're gonna multitask, and today we're gonna be talking about like fall tips for your locks. We are like nearing the end of fall and going into winter, so to be honest, all of these tips are pretty much interchangeable for fall and winter, and it's really just cold weather. As the seasons are changing and it's getting colder, your routine should also change. Your skin reacts differently, so your scalp is also going to react differently, and your hair might need just a little bit more effort from you in order to retain the moisture that you're looking for. One of the main things you want to do is protect your hair. So there are going to be harsh conditions outside, like super cold wind, snow, sleet, whatever else. Wear a hat or scarf that is lined with silk and satin, and these are fortunately very popular now, so it's not hard for you to find them on Amazon. There's a Black-owned business, Grace Aleye, I'm pretty sure. I will put that in the description box, as well as some options on Amazon that you can look for. But you want to protect your hair from the harsh, cold weather outside. It can be very drying. Artificial heat when you come inside can also be pretty drying. So you want to make sure that you are protecting your hair. And obviously you don't have to wear a hat or scarf like inside at all times, but just be mindful of how it can affect your hair and just make it more drier than normal. Also, especially with locks, we talk a lot about buildup, and the hardest buildup to remove is lint and just other fibers. And so when we're wearing all of these layers, these like fuzzy hats that are super popular right now, just make sure that you are adding another layer underneath. That's why it's good to go ahead and just get something lined with satin so that you don't have to have another thing to think about. But then also the buildup is usually at the back area. Those fibers over time will kind of like build up to be something that you can actually see, you know. If it's just 1 or 2 fibers here and there, you probably won't see it. So be mindful of that. Make sure you're looking. If you find some lint or whatever on top of your hair, try to take it out before it really gets down and embedded in there. But protecting your hair obviously is going to allow you to be more proactive instead of like reactive, which y'all know is something I always talk about. Most of my clients and most of the people who follow me, if you listen to kind of what I say, you are already spraying your hair with some type of water-based product, whether it's a leave-in conditioner, whether it's just water, whether it's your own concoction. Make sure that you are keeping that up, and even sometimes you may have to do it even more. I always stress the importance of touching your hair, feeling it to make sure you're not just kind of like blindly following a routine, but that you're actually like in tune with your hair and making sure that, you know, you're giving it what it needs. Don't neglect wash day. So I know usually during this time also we are trying to go longer in between retwists, whether it's holiday season, you're spending your money elsewhere. I'm fortunate enough to not have this problem, but for a lot of stylists around this time, people are coming less, and so it's usually a slow season. So if you are someone who's going to the salon a lot less during this time, make sure you are keeping up with your washes at home. Usually at the wash bowl is the time where people get the most moisture because you're getting so much water at a time, gallons, literally gallons of water at a time. And so there's not much that matches up to that amount of water that you're getting at a time. So try not to skip it. You can also do things like steam treatments, deep conditions when you do wash your hair, and hot oil treatments also kind of help to put a whole lot of moisture in there, but then also seal it in as well. If you can't wash your hair as much, getting a steamer, they're not very expensive on Amazon. Getting a steamer will really help to increase that moisture, okay? Another thing that some of my clients do, because I'll have some clients that's like, I'm oiling my hair, I'm spraying my hair, I'm oiling my hair, and it's still dry. Sometimes during these months, you might need to switch over into a whipped butter as your sealant instead of an oil. And that might be what makes the difference when it comes to sealing that moisture in for longer. So make sure that it's a butter that when you rub it in your hands, it really kind of melts down so that it's not causing any product buildup. But for the most part, that should help. Let's go check on these tiles. Let's see if we can still keep talking. Another thing that can be very tempting at this time is also to do like super hot showers. I definitely tend to take hot showers, but it doesn't help when it comes to keeping the moisture. Super hot water, especially if you're accidentally getting your hair wet, can definitely strip your hair of like its natural oils and whatever products you may have used. So maybe try to do lukewarm showers. I'm not going to tell you to do cold ones, but lukewarm showers will help to kind of mitigate that. Make sure that you're drying your hair fully. So whereas in the summertime, a lot of my clients will skip the dryer or they'll stay under there for a little bit and then go home because they know, well, if you're going outside in 90-degree weather, your hair is going to dry. That's not the case when it's 44 degrees like it is today. So you want to make sure that if you're at the salon, your hair is getting fully dry, or if you're drying your hair at home, that it's getting fully dry before you go anywhere. You don't want to have your hair starting to smell like mildew from them retaining moisture for so long. A couple more things to talk about: water and food intake, and then also stress. In the summertime, it's much easier to remember to drink water because you have a lot of things kind of reminding you to do so. It's hot outside, you're sweating, you may feel dehydrated a little bit faster, but remembering to keep your water intake up is going to be very important when it comes to keeping your hair hydrated. You may need to set a reminder in your phone to drink water. I definitely have it. Do I always pay attention to it? No, but it does definitely help in those times where I have a water bottle sitting next to me and I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't sipped that in a while and my phone just told me to, so let me go ahead and do that. You know, maybe get one of those big jugs so that it's like a visual reminder, but don't underestimate the power of your water intake to keep your hair hydrated. So we're gonna get to folding while I talk about the last two topics. Along the lines of water intake, we're gonna talk about food. I'm not a nutritionist, but it is definitely the time of year where we are eating more candy. We are eating a lot more comfort foods, whether it's like, you know, our habits from Thanksgiving, Christmas, getting together, and just kind of be mindful of that. Like I said, I am not a nutritionist and I'm also not the best when it comes to diet, but I always like to mention it just to remind you that what you consume and what you put into your body definitely affects your hair and your skin and how you look on the outside. So trying to just limit these things that are higher in like yeast and sugar, which I personally notice that a lot of my clients tend to experience more dandruff when they are eating more sugar or just kind of like not having more of a balanced diet. So just do your own research on diet and how it affects your hair, and then you can kind of make your own choices based on that. But I like to mention it. And then the very last thing, but it is very, 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 very important, is just your stress levels. Now, I know that managing stress can be a lot easier said than done, but I'm always an advocate for mental health as someone who can struggle with depression and anxiety sometimes, even seasonal depression. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff the last 6 months. And so I know that these moments, whether it's because of the holidays, because we're kind of staying inside more, can cause a lot of stress for people. And usually your hair, in my experience, is the first thing to get neglected in moments like these. Even if you are finding a way to make your hair care stress managing thing, where you treat yourself a little bit more. Maybe you've been doing your own hair, but when you don't have the energy or whatever, you're now going to budget in going to someone and having them pamper you. However that looks for you, the seasonal depression, your grieving, different pressures during the holiday season when it comes to like showing up and buying gifts and all of that. There's so much pressure on us during this time where I feel like summer and spring is like so lighthearted, kind of like, yeah, I'm outside, I'm doing what I'm doing. A lot of the pressure can hit around this time. So managing your stress levels during the fall and winter seasons can just help to keep your locks healthy, keep you on point when it comes to caring for them. Add that scalp massage in because it's going to feel good, and it just might be the 10 minutes or the 15-minute break that you need in your day. Maybe having your partner or a friend or paying for an extra little massage or steam treatment at your hair appointment. It can really go a long way. Speaking from my personal experience, okay? This can be the time where we also get like protective styles and things like that. And protective styles, while they can be protective, a lot of times we use them to neglect our hair. So I'm not in a place to judge anyone, but you don't want dry hair to cause your thinning and your breakage. And then summer comes around and you trying to pop out with like your long locks and they're all brittle because all winter, you know, we didn't do nothing with them. Do as best as you can. I do love to plug my products. Furwitry. Let's take a little pause in this folding. Furwitry, we have our products. This is my salon, so obviously I have them. Believe It's Butter is really good for that whipped product that I was talking about. If you want to switch from an oil to using more of like a whipped product, this butter has several, plant butters in it. That's going to help to seal that moisture in. It is whipped to perfection, so it really does melt down. You don't have to worry about product buildup. A little goes a really long way. If you invest in this 8-ounce jar, you will have it, I promise you, until spring, even past then. A little goes a really long way with that product. And that Ooh Baby is the oil that is our best seller, so many of you may have already heard about it, may have already tried it. If you have, let me know below. But this is going to be a good oil for sealing in moisture. And then we also have Free Spirit, which is our leave-in conditioner spray. It's a detangler, curl refresher, all those things, but pretty much just increases the moisture to your hair. So check those products out. And yeah, but those are all of the tips that I have. Thank you so much for watching my video and supporting this channel. I got a new camera, and so I am excited to continue filming on this. I would love to do more vlogging type of videos so that I can really use the capabilities of this camera, and it also can keep me excited to produce new content because I'm just so creative. And sometimes just sitting in front of a wall, in front of the camera and some lights, you know, it's just not as fun as kind of moving around and stuff like that. So let me know how y'all like this style of video. And if you would like to see more like vlog, I got that from deer type of content. And yeah, I will keep it coming. I want to continue folding this stuff because I got a long week. I got a lot of clients this week and I don't even want to have to deal with it in the next couple days. So I love this camera. Another question, just because I keep getting it and I know people won't be trying to wonder why I got a wig on and a hat, you know what I'm saying? What I'm doing with my hair. So I am growing it out. as of this moment, as of today, okay, December 12th, 2023, I am growing it out. So don't hold me to it because that's as of today. This is the quick way for me to make sure, like I mentioned before, that I'm caring for my hair. It definitely helps me to not have to keep styling my hair or even over manipulating it. This is also warm, so that's good in the winter time. That's what I'm doing with my hair. Am I going to start my locks again? Yes. Okay, that's the short answer. Yes, I will start my locks again. When is the question. I'm still trying to figure out the size that I want. If I do go with micro locks or really small locks, it doesn't necessarily matter how long my hair is. But if I go with more traditional locks, I personally do want my hair to be a little longer than it is right now. While I make the decision, I'm just going to be trying different styles. I have like some wig ideas and just some things that I want to recreate and make my own wigs of. So I'm going to just kind of like experiment with those. Obviously take some breaks so my hair can breathe. I know how we like to say that, but it's a real thing. But I am going to have some fun this winter with wigs and different styles. Trying to get away from the pressure that I put on myself to have like my natural hair out all the time. Like it is normally how I wear my hair, so I shouldn't have to feel, you know, obligated to have it like 24/7 or like 365 days a year. Like, yes, everyone knows me for natural hair, but that doesn't mean that I have to only ever do that. And so I'm just, you know, helping myself deal with the pressures of having like a platform like this that's about natural hair, that's about locks, and, you know, even thinking about what people are going to say. It doesn't matter, okay? I did recently bleach just a small section of my hair, so you can check out my Instagram if you want to see that. Having them in cornrows where I don't have to worry about the shrinkage and all that stuff. I can just like freely spray my hair, freely let the steam from the shower get to it. I can sit back here, let the steam hit my cornrows, my Meek Mills. I mean, my exhibits, because they're going like this. Yeah, I can keep my hair hydrated. And then by the time like the spring or the summer pops out, like if I'm in the space where I want to go ahead and start my locks, like I'll be right there. Like I said, let me know what y'all think about this style of video. I'm trying to hurry up so I can get out of here because it's dark outside. Thanks so much for supporting my channel, and I will see y'all in my next video.